Planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rod, SideQuest, back at his condo with another video. I had 2 days in Pattaya with my friend and it was an experience, but let me tell you, I'm glad to be back in Bangkok. I only got about 2 hours of sleep last night, so bear with me. Pattaya is a trip, y'all, but it's not family friendly. I just want you to be aware of that. Family still go. It's Saturday night, grab a beer, grab a joint. Let's smoke and talk, y'all. All right, so I'm loading up my Volcano right now. All right, here we go. Here's a little station right here. Bazinga. So you just load the Volcano on top. Hit the air button. Let it get started. And here's my Volcano bag. We'll go ahead and take out the remaining air from that. And then we just slam that puppy down on there. Ooh. Now last time, my last drinking video, I featured my Volcano dance. So we'll do it again. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Ah! Yes, sir. What? I highly recommend, if you have not had the ability to use Volcano in your life, please, please, please try it. Hit up your friend, go to your local dispensary if they have one, and just say, hey man, I need to try this Volcano. Out here in Bangkok, they actually have 2 different dispensaries that have a Volcano that you can use. That's awesome. First hit. You know, it's really fun going to Pattaya, just chilling on the beach, having a beer, smoking a joint, meeting a man or a woman for the night if you want that. But it's not the same if you don't have your team. A month and a half ago, my dad was here with his Trinidad friend. This guy went crazy. Not my dad. My dad's not really, he doesn't pay for sexual pleasures, but his friend does. He just turned 65 and he had to celebrate. And boy, oh boy, did he have a blast in Pattaya. I just stood by with my dad. Well, we sat by, got high, smoked some joints, the usual. We couldn't interrupt my dad's friend because he was busy, and in America, we just don't have the same quality as women, especially in the Orlando metro area. I'm sorry, but y'all know it's the truth. I was unfortunately not able to go to Koh Larn just because it started raining terribly the second to last day I was there. It's very unfortunate because I want to show you guys around. I was only able to go to Pattaya Beach, which is okay. You guys get the general feel of the city and the beach itself. I think it's amazing how I can go to a degenerate type of city slash sin place, Pattaya, aka Vegas of Thailand, and I don't really partake in the vices. Well, just drinking and smoking. Is that a vice to y'all? Come on now. Like I was saying earlier, even though I only had about 2 hours of sleep last night and I tried to take a nap when I got back, I couldn't sleep, unfortunately. I had to pump out these videos for y'all. I gotta get these daily vlogs going. I have no excuse anymore. My Volcano dance, guys. Woo, woo, woo. Another beautiful night in Bangkok, y'all. You see, I try to be grateful. Every day I wake up, I say, it's another day, it's another blessing. Lost a lot of people, and I'm here today. Got a lot of friends that should be here instead of me. But hey, it is what it is. Also, I got into a little negative comment fight, but I hope I put it on mute fast enough that no other viewers watched it. But this guy was just giving me some lip, so I hid him from my channel. So I'm assuming that you guys won't be able to see his comments, and I won't either. But I can see when someone leaves a comment, but it won't show up. So that's cool to know. So for tonight's beer, I got a Singa with me, 3-pack. One of the big boys. If you guys haven't had a Singa, one of my favorite beers here in Thailand. Reliable, trustworthy, and smooth. Man, oh man, I gotta admit, the view is incredible here from my tiny one-person little balcony. My goodness. I remember I had an apartment in Port Orange, Florida, right? I was paying 1,500 USD a month. I don't know why. I was so silly and so dumb. And I just got out the military, and I had a big old apartment. I was supposed to have an ex come live with me, but luckily she broke my heart, left me. And instead, I just had an empty apartment to myself. And what did I do? Well, I started going to college, and I started bringing over some classmates. And one thing happens, something lets another, someone smoking some weed, and then we touching some toes, and then we licking earlobes. What are we doing, man? I don't know. But I used my apartment really well. That was 3 years ago. Now, I like to think I'm a monogamous man. In the past, I wasn't, all right? I'll admit that. But that was because I was in the military. And when you're in the military, you gotta have some kind of vices. Ask anyone, any country, any nationality, I don't care. You know what I'm talking about. So my vice in the military was drinking, women, and vaping. I used to vape a lot, which now I think back on it, I'm kind of glad I stopped because it gave me a nicotine buzz, but it just made me always want to cough. Mucus. Vape mucus. Ugh. Now I will say I still have a vice of smoking, but just cannabis. And I would say I use it for medical reasons. I'm in pain all the time. Okay, I do like to get high, I'm not gonna lie. But my hips are killing me, my knees are hurting, and I have a shoulder injury. So, it is medicine, and instead of taking ibuprofen, I like to take cannabis. I will say, I'm not judging, but I was a little upset with the Thai government when initially they wanted to rescind the recreational law on cannabis. Thankfully, they listened to the plea of the people. They were saying that it's making a lot of money and it's bringing a lot of goodness to the economy and the people that need it the most. So the government held back on that rescinding of the law of taking back recreational cannabis, which I think is a great thing because it's a step forward to helping their economy and also helping bring back the tourism industry, which was 70% of their entire economy pre-COVID, which is insane. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. In less than 2 weeks, my girlfriend Benz is going to Kunming, China. A beautiful city. She's been to it before. I never have, and I've never even heard of it until I met my girlfriend. She was showing me pictures of it last year, showed me videos of it. Super mountainous, beautiful city in the Himalayas of China. Snow-capped mountains. I'm talking about, it makes Colorado look like there is no snow. The Himalayas are a different kind of mountain. So, my woman's gonna go. I'm gonna miss her. But when she comes back, we're gonna work on my Chinese visa and we're gonna hit Chongqing. I'm excited. A megalopolis of a Chinese city. One of the biggest. That time frame, we're thinking maybe November, December, January. We're not too sure about it. However, I've said in the past, we're going to be going to Koh Chang, going to Krabi again. But basically, the reason why travel is so important to me is that I bided my time in the military, all right, for 6 years, which is nothing. A speck of time compared to what career military guys do. 20 years, 25, 30, 40, 45 years. Oh, just the strain on your body and mind for all that time. Anywho, I was dreaming during that entire time of seeing the world. And so far, since I've gotten out of the military, I've been to 15 countries. I'm taking it low and slow. I got out of the military 4 years ago now. End of October will be 4 years. So, initially when I was a young boy, I thought I had a dream to go and see every country in the world. Now, I've seen enough countries to where I definitely don't want to see every country in the world. Ignorance is bliss. And I want to say ignorant to the crime for sure. Extreme violence. Any kind of radicalization. Anything that is just negative if it brings down humanity in the bad way, you know? And I'm just spitball here. I'm just, drinking a little tipsy, feeling that first beer, feeling my second bag. But hopefully I can spread some joy along my travels. If I go to a bad place, I go to a bad place. Someone say, I actually met a gentleman, right, in Greece earlier this year, and I told him I was going to Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador, and he said, good luck with that. You better be careful. You might lose your life. Mind you, he's a Caucasian gentleman that's from Oregon, and I tried to explain to him that I feel like I might blend in better than, no offense to you, so I feel like we just, for a safety factor, from the people looking at us from the outside in, then I just feel like I would be better off walking down the streets in South America, just because I look like I'm from South America. And he told me, hey man, you do what you gotta do, but look, I will never go south of the American border. And I told him, but good for you, but that's kind of silly. And you know what? It was his ignorance, but now I was gonna, even when he said that, I held my tongue, but I had to look at myself. Like, if I was his skin color, I'd be thinking the same exact thing. And I can't fault him for that. But hey, his name was Greg. He was 56 years old. He was a Protestant man. I met him at a laundromat in Crete, Greece. And he was doing a teaching program with his wife there. Anywho, this has just been one long ramble. Sorry, I'm going to try and trim this all down. Thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all had a good beer. Hope y'all had a good smoke with me. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, my friends.